Hello, friends, channel viewers. Thank you for being with me tonight. I got something very, very different to show you. This will take a little while to fix up, but gonna have some fun with it. And I don't know. I think it's kind of fun, kind of cool. And I'll swing you around here and show you what we're going to do. Ta-da! It's a sleigh. I picked this up. My wife wanted to do some landscape stuff, and I thought, well, we have two granddaughters, and we can do some photography with them, offer it to other people if they want to take photos of their little ones. So what I need to do is, you could tell that it's pretty badly messed up. So I'm going to take these sides off and I'm going to trace them onto that plywood there and cut new sides. And here, this board that runs all the way from front to the back needs to be replaced. So I need to take that off. This one up here needs to be replaced, but I'm going to cut it off at the ends just to straighten them out, take some of the sharpness out of it. And I want to try to find something relatively the same age-wise. Yeah, we're gonna do that. The back here, this paper, I don't know what it is, like paper corrugated, or I don't know, whatever. That needs to be replaced. And then sand it down, repaint it. I don't want to take a lot of time on it because it's, it's so old. We're just going to have fun with it. So. really have to be careful with it because that plywood is so old, it just wants to fall apart. So this could take a while. Give me a minute. I'll be right back with you. Okay, so I got the other side off. It's a little bit better condition so that I can, they're going to be identical sides, so I just make that one trace it out, whatever. All right, so I took the sideboard off that ran down here on the other side. Right here. Ended up breaking it. It's all right. It was a good piece of wood, but it's pretty easy to replace. This wood here is completely rotted out. If you stepped on that, you'd pull those right through. So this is what I need to replace, is this board all the way along here. So I got to take some measurements, and actually it looks like be right. So it looks like from here to here is 32 inches. That's the same wood as what this is. And from here to this notch, 32 inches. So I can turn this board into this replacement board, get a new board for the side, and button it back up, and we should be good to go. Just a quick fix, then get to cleaning and sanding and repaint, and we'd be good. I'm working on the sleigh, and I am tracing out the armrest, and then once it's on the cardboard and I have it pretty well squared off where this is so jagged, anyway, I'll trace the cardboard onto a piece of plywood and cut 2 pieces out. Then I can continue on with the sleigh, do a couple more repairs on it. So I cut it a little large so that I had room to change, and I thought this would come up a little higher, but if I did, it would go over the top of the seat. So it would go over the top of the seat right here, and I don't want it to, so I'm going to cut it down to this upper line. So this is basically the shape that you'll see so there's a considerable armrest. That's the same shape it came with. So I think that's what we'll stick with. Now just trace this out on plywood and need to go and replace that board all the way from front to rear. So here you can see I've got both patterns drawn out, and yeah, I just have to cut it out. So I did as much straight cuts as I could with the circular saw. So I'll just use my jigsaw and cut the curves. And don't forget your earring and eye protection when you're using power tools, saws and such. It gets very loud. It's very bad for your hearing. So there's a tip. All right, so I got these pieces cut. Pretty close to being right on with each other. I'll just grab my belt sander and other power sander and just clean them up, get them nice and smooth. Then we'll paint them and go on. I'm going to use my new workbench here to continue to sand on this. Had to fix it because the roll pin that was in here ended up breaking. So I had to put a cotter pin in it. No matter what anybody tells you, you can never have too many clamps. If any of you knew my dad, you would know he would have loved to have been a part of this build, especially because it's for his step great-grandchildren. So here are the arms. They're not painted yet. These were just the wood that I cut them from was painted on half of it. So we'll get those finished up. I'll continue on. Now this piece here is the side skirt over there, runs front to rear. I broke it trying to get it off, but I have this piece here. So I traced it out. Now I'll just cut it out and continue on. So I got that board cut out. Now I'm going to go over it, sand everything, and keep moving forward. So I got this all sanded down, looking good, really smooth. Like I said, I used my new table, put my dog legs in, was able to squeeze that in to sand it. That piece all done, ready to go. Got the whole seat off and everything so that I can work on those side runners there. Got my water. You know how I love my Ice Mountain sparkling water. I did put my those vehicle dolly things together. I've had them as long as I've had that one. Got them put together this morning so that I can get this up on that. So I can move it around a bit more and easier. So let's get moving on this. I got to get it done. I'm going to have to use a Sawzall and cut all those bolts because I can't hold them still because this wood is so rotted out that it's just pulling through. And they're rusty. I'll just get them replaced and move on. It's amazing how many times I've used this vise on this workbench since I got it assembled, but here I am again. I gotta try to get this bolt out of here because that's part of the structure. So I'm gonna try to heat it up and get that nut off. I was able to save that hook and bolt by heating it up. Got a little bit of smoke in the board. No big deal. Smells kind of good. So now I just need to make a new board, get that installed, painted, everything. You know, I'm still waiting on somebody that knows somebody that can get me a skid of this, either from Meyer or from the company itself. I'm just throwing that out there. I drink that stuff all the time. And anyway, doesn't matter. Doesn't have anything to do with this project. So let's keep on keeping on. One of my most widely used tools when I'm working on rusty things is just a wire brush. Trying to free up that nut on that rusty bolt, I wire brushed what you could see on threads while I'm heating it, and it spun right off. Works out wonderful. I have the old board traced out, and I just need to cut it, notch it out here and here, and that'll be good. And just a reminder, always wear your safety glasses, earplugs when you're using saws. They're very loud. Okay, as you can see right here, this has a taper. So I got that taper, got it notched out. That notch right there. So I'm going to test fit it, make sure that it works, and then should be about time to get it primed, reinstalled. So it fits right down in here. And right down in here. Just like that. Just like that. And then there's a huge gap here, but this sleigh is so old that it's bowed. If I could straighten it out, I certainly will try. So, okay, we know that fits, and we'll keep on keeping on. I've just been working away. I completely forgot about recording. So here's what I'm doing. Like I said, I needed to reinforce before I actually reinstall. So I've got metal plates, and I'll drill holes in it that'll fit that same there. And I'll put one there, and I'll put one down there where that one is to help reinforce. I sanded this, so that's already sanded. The corners are rounded off so that it's not sharp. And yeah, I'm gonna keep going on this. I just about forgot I needed to replace this board because it cracked. So I have a 2x4 sitting there, traced out, ready to go. So I have that replacement board cut, sanded, ready to go. All right, well, picked up primer, some screws with nuts, washers, paint roller, extra one, That way I can get all this stuff primed that I've got cut and ready to go. I'm gonna wipe everything down, eliminate dust and stuff, and get this stuff primed tonight. That way at least those are done. I need to really clean the whole thing in order to get it primed, because of it's really dirty. And I've decided I'm going to cut another piece of 1/4 inch plywood and put down here to stiffen this up. And yeah. And I will have you know, I absolutely hate painting. Right there's one big reason. Well, this is good enough for me for tonight. So, whole new day. I've got the other side of the wood primed and ready for when it dries. I may put another coat because I've got quite a bit. A quart really is going a long way. Of course, I still have the whole thing to do. So I'll wait till this is dry and then I'll look it over and see if it needs touched up anywhere. I gotta wait to do much more because I don't want to sand or cut more wood until that's dry. So as I keep messing with this, I'm going to go ahead and replace this board on the other side, which is the same as that one there that went right down there. It broke, and so I've got it traced out here, and then this sheet I'm going to put on top of this floor, give it some more support. This stuff is kind of like junk. It's not good plywood. But then this piece went in here. As I disassembled up there, this came apart. So, yeah, I just couldn't leave well enough alone. So here I've got angles cut and it notched back there. All right, so I got this piece done, cut, sanded, ready to get primed. Got it fitted up in here. This is all loose, so it doesn't look right. But anyway, yeah. It's been a fun project.